Hey, what's up, everyone? My name's Lionel. Hey, I'm your host for LT Productions, and you are watching I Watch You Watch. We are covering Love and Marriage Huntsville. I'm going to go by what Owen is saying, which is season 8, episode 2. I appreciate everyone for coming to my channel. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. You can share this video also. But let's get into this. All right, so there's some things to talk about. And from what I see, these have been 2 good episodes. It doesn't feel like the same show that we've been watching for a while. I think it's been stuck in a certain place. And as far as the season is going thus far, it's only been 2 episodes, but I think we're headed someplace. And I think the crew seems to want to put in the work this time around. So anyways, we start off where we ended, which was for the live podcast that Mr. CarlosKing and Melanie did. They bring out the guests, like off of Ricky Lake, when they open the door and got a surprise. Sonny and Moses, they come out. Instead of any type of humility, Sonny's doing all the talking, just to let you know. Moses is saying some stuff, and you can tell that he's not a great communicator. Maybe he's not that great at being in front of an audience. I'll give him a little leeway with that, but I do know that he has a scene with Destiny later on in the season, and I'll see how he actually interacts and communicates with Destiny, because right now I'm like, okay, whatever. But look, Moses is a fine man. He's very good looking on the eyes. It sounds like that's about it as far as what they got going on. That's how I see it. Maybe y'all can find something else as to what was going on with them, or what is going on with them, but whatever. So Sonny comes out, they're asking all these questions as to how they met and all this good stuff. They weren't cousins. No, I didn't say that. No, I didn't give out any, she hardly even talked about him. We met up and they were through. Well, this is what Moses said. Moses said, when things happened back in January 2023, well, that was the last time I saw Destiny. And then he said, she had a lot of stuff going on. She was doing all these red carpets and other stuff, and really wasn't finding any time for me. And that's when she stuck her big forehead out, talking about, well, I was the one that was there for him. I said, man. So, allegedly in July, they're saying it and they're claiming it, is when he finally got her number, July of 2023. That's almost a year now from us. But you mean to tell me, if you look at the clockwork, but before I even get there, she's talking about, well, you've been the side chick this whole time. He's always had other girls while he was with you. Is that something for you to cheer about? You think that you were the one to make him stop being a hoe. Now to go back to what I was talking about. So you finally got her number in July of 2023, and y'all started dating, and it got serious. The only thing that I can really rationalize is that Moses got this girl knocked up, and then they had a shotgun wedding. I don't even need to know all the details, because it's like, you were able to turn a hoe into a husband and father in less than 6 months. And I'm sure it's a fight daily to know what he got going on. Because ain't no hoe. Just done got themselves together. Now I'm blood washed, delivered, saint of God, after he's been hoeing for years, according to you. Jolene. That's all I hear. That's all I see. Jolene with a forehead. You sound older. I don't know how old these folks are, but you sound older. And it looked like you needed to land a man pretty quick, because your biological clock is ticking. That's my assumptions. They already getting confessionals, y'all. And I don't know how I feel about that. They got confessionals. For what? Your guest. Carmen got confessionals on DC. But it's like, your guest. Whatever. I think I want to just handle her now, because I don't want to talk about her later. Because now Tisha and Kimmy have a chance to confront her about how things look, and how are we supposed to trust our producers. And I think they do have a solid point. That, like, okay, so you're doing all this. She's still steady denying that Destiny didn't tell her anything really about Moses. I really doubt it. I don't trust you, ma'am. Somehow, you just was able to connect. I think you got the 411 on this dude. You knew he was a hoe. You knew he wasn't really stable. You got with him. However you did it, I can't say you trapped him like a groupie with these athletes, but it sounds like it. I'm just making assumptions right now. None of this is law. I'm just stating my assumptions as to what happened. I think you knew the 411 on Moses. And somehow you knew if you got pregnant, he was going to stand beside you. However, I'm going to tell you this much, Miss Lady. You reap what you sow. I ain't going with karma. Karma's out there, but I'm going biblically. Since you think you're all right and proper and think you can take jabs at this girl, for what? For what? For what? Well, she took jabs at me. Well, she's the one that's been wronged, and you think you need to fight back. You are a Jolene. I know you want to tell your side, but you look foolish and stupid. Anyways, Kimmy had all the hard questions, and also Tisha, she had the hard questions. But that's all I really want to talk about her. I know that she'll be on later in the season, but you trifling woman, and I think you went all out to get this man for yourself. You got pregnant by him, and then he did the right thing and married you, but he's still going to be a hoe. And you reap what you sow. We move on to Martell and the Scotts. Men. They're trying to talk some sense into that man, and I don't know why. Marcel already said, we've been telling him stuff for years. He's not going to listen. They get to Martell's new home. Well, I need to see how he decorates, because right now, whatever. The outside probably looks nice, but I don't think that he's got that type of touch to decorate, so get you a decorator, Martell, even though you know how to dress in suits. But maybe you do have some type of interior design, but we shall see. So they're like, well, why does it have to go this low? Da, 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 da. You keep trying to minimize things to a text, but you admitted to what's the face in your confessionals, whoever's your interviewer, that oh yeah, I had an attached picture, and they're all trying to reason with you, both of them, and you haven't been in my shoes, you haven't been divorced, and Maurice was like, I've been in your shoes, I've been divorced. Marcel said, I just didn't choose to. I've been at the ledge. I just didn't jump over. I decided to stay married. Now, whatever really happened in their marriage, we'll never probably know. The Scott's 1.0. But it's like, okay. So y'all talking to a brick wall. Well, you're talking to a narcissist. A narcissist thinks that they are right in every situation. And their get back is harsh. But their get back was stupid. His get back was stupid with Tasha K. Okay? Like, okay. Oh, she was ready to light up the house. As if you guys have not been toxic and crazy all by yourselves. You showed a past video. And what is that supposed to do? That'll put you in a better light. So whatever, sir. Whatever. So that was a waste of time. I guess we all of a sudden want to hold him accountable. But the guy said that they've been telling him this stuff for years. Possibly so. I don't know if I would want to still be friends with him. That's just my opinion, but whatever. The last real story that we have to talk about is Kiki. Stormy goes visits Kiki and tries to see what's up. I want to hear from her. They're pretty cool. Stormy's been this type of ride or die chick, but it's like, what really happened? Kiki's explaining herself, and she still is trying to blame her mom. And she's like, your mom's an intelligent person. You are an intelligent person. How did it get this far? Da, 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 da. Finally, at least a little bit, Kiki ended up saying, I effed up. Yes, you did, Kiki. And I'm going to say something at the end, because she also meets up with Mel. Stormy does feel like, I don't know if I can trust her like that, because I do believe that she did go to the bloggers for whatever reason. So that's it in a nutshell. I'm not saying that this wasn't a good episode. I'm just like, some things I just don't really want to go into detail, because I kind of just said everything last season. So why keep dredging up? So Mel is doing something in the dance studio. I think she's ready, preparing for a show. She's singing Side Chick, and she's learning dance moves and all that choreography. Kiki comes by. Mel asks her to stop by, and basically Kiki said how she was feeling, and she felt very sidelined by Mel because she didn't go to bat like Stormy did. But we were looking. If you're looking at the optics, it's like, oh, okay. But when we're looking at the whole situation, you didn't try to get along. You had to come on a trip to try to make amends, and you just really wanted. I'm gonna say something later on. A lot of things weren't set in place, and you thought that you were going to rectify everything on a group trip. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. You didn't want to talk to them, but as soon as a group trip and you got to film, now you want to talk. That's crazy. That's crazy. So she felt this way. My mom did this, da 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 da. Mel let her speak, and then she said, this is how I feel about the situation. This stuff happened over 6 months ago. And you didn't even try to contact me. But I heard Kiki said that she tried to reach out to her, but you weren't ready to receive. That's what I heard. But y'all let me know, is that what I really heard? Because that's what I thought, but I don't know. But anyways, it's been 6 months, and you didn't try to rectify this. Like, hey, this is this way. Let me, because of our type of relationship, let me clear the air before this really gets out of control beyond what I can actually repair. Kiki says that, she's not good at confrontation. And then Mel said, bull, you just poured water on somebody. So let's not act like you are just this unconfrontational person. You've been confrontational. You've been in with Tiffany. You've been in with Kimmy. So Mel wasn't letting that slide. Basically, Mel said, look, if you had a problem, you could have come to me. Doing it the way that you did, she's not able to trust. Because also you are jeopardizing their job by leaking certain stuff. And it's not good. Like you are potentially taking money out of my family's mouth if you start touching the stuff with the show. So I really think there was a Kingdom Reign meeting with the whole cast about this. Because, there's one YouTuber that probably did, but I made sure that I didn't hear anything, is that he was going to leak the whole season. I shouldn't have said he, but y'all know. And he said that he was close with a producer. However, there are people within the cast that he also said was leaking stuff. Whatever. However, people were leaking stuff that was happening during the season. I'm like, well, this is how I feel about that. Because a lot of YouTubers have this God complex, especially with this show. I may offend people, but oh well. If it's for you, it's for you. And try to eat it up. That's all I can say. And I don't get with the whole thing of you really taking praise in. You know what? I don't even watch the show, but I will listen to your reviews. But you take praise in that. But why? Because if this show goes, you don't have no content. There's no way am I going to flex because people want to hear me review the show, that they're too lazy to go watch. I wouldn't do that. That's just not, no. If the show goes, I don't have any content. And many just depend on Love and Marriage Huntsville to keep their subscribers, their algorithm, and if they got checks. If it goes, it goes. There's no way I'm going to put myself above the actual show that I'm reviewing and commentating on. I think that is just so backwards. But that's people with arrogancy and pride about the whole situation, thinking your voice matters more than the content. But anyways, yeah. So Kiki was doing let me just go on and say what I want to say about Kiki. Kiki, you flopped. as I said last season, you did nothing for yourself that was good. Mel even mentioned, you spent your time going after your cousin and all of that when you were supposed to be introducing your book, and we saw none of that. I said, boom, Mel. We learned nothing new about Kiki except the drug that she has to take in order to wean herself off of the other drug that she was taking beforehand, and how it's affecting her body. It was giving her hot flashes and all this good stuff, according to her. That's all you gave us, besides coming to us with old-ish about Scott's 1.0. I don't care if Marcel is cheating. I don't. Nobody, even in the YouTube streets, have been able to get a valuable receipt on Marcel. And I don't care. I don't care. I don't care if he has a whole village of children somewhere. I don't care. None of us do. And that was the best that you could do. You got caught up in the fame that you were getting from the YouTube streets and the bloggers. You got sucked in too fast. People loved you and they knew how to take advantage of you, and you let them take advantage of you. And you lost your spot. Destiny done took her spot back. I was rooting for you, Kiki. I love you, but you done messed it up. And now that the word is out that you've been leaking stories, it's over. They're not going to trust you. They allowed you to come back to end the story, and you still did not take ownership like you should have. And as much as I'm rooting for you, I really realize how much you lack in maturity and intelligence. And you're the most probably one of the most intelligent people there. You are a college professor. I believe so much about what Marcel and Tisha have said about you. I believe it. I believe it. I think you want something different for your life, but I don't think that you're fighting enough for it. I don't think it. And you've been trying to get on this show since season 1. And in one season, you let yourself get caught up in what I think you thought the fans and what the bloggers, if we're going to call them that, wanted. That quickly. That's crazy. I know I'm just kind of talking right now because I'm disappointed in Kiki. I do like Kiki. But it's like, we expected so much more from you, and we know that you could have gave more than what you gave. And it's really upsetting that you allowed yourself to get caught up in all of this mess. But that's all that really happened. Sonny, you a mess. And what goes around is coming back around to you. And it's not going to be that distant in the future of that happening to you. And I'm sure, as I said, you got to fight daily to try to keep these women away from Moses, because I know he's not committed to you, despite the ring he done put on your finger. It's a good season. Hopefully y'all like it. I appreciate everyone for coming to my channel. Please like this video, also subscribe to my channel, and leave your comments below. What do you think of the stuff that I'm assuming as to what's happening and the rationalization I have going on, even about Kiki? Let me know. Y'all can talk about Martel, but he's a lost cause, and as the Bible says, has a reprobate mind, and there's no reasoning with him. He has to hit rock bottom for anything to ever make sense to him, to stop this mess. All right, but until the next video, peace.